All right, guys, we are on Team No Sleep. Miguel's tired. I'm tired. He took a nap.
I'm doing all right.
But without further ado, man, let's hop into the show. Crypto, let's get it.
I ain't anybody. I ain't anybody. Don't act like I am anybody. We some big bosses, not no skinny bodies. Briefcases in my safe, bitch. We stay getting money. I do it again. They all commend everything we do.
All right, we're back, man. Listen, they have been up all night doing Zoom calls, doing podcasts, promoting to help you guys get in crypto. Because once again, as we know, crypto is the last bastion of free speech, so to speak, on currency. And yeah, guys. So if you guys didn't know who Miguel and Charlie are, please tell them who you are.
Yeah, so my name is, I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. I'll lean into the mic.
Let's see.
Got 3 dudes, 1 mic today.
3 dudes, 1 mic.
He said it. No sleep, gang. There you go.
It is what it is, right? But yeah, no, my name's Charlie. I run a channel called Cultivate Crypto. We were last on here a few months ago talking to Fresh about crypto. So we do this on the regular. We are always talking about crypto. And yeah, been in the market since 2017. And we know that 2023 is the year of accumulation. If you're like, okay, I want to get into crypto, but I'm too late, basically, right? Every 4 years, there's a year of accumulation, which is this year. The last time we had that was 2019. So this is why we're basically going around telling everybody about crypto right now, because sentiment wise, right? There's a lot of blood in the streets. A lot of people are not very happy about it. And that's usually the best time to buy. And so we'll talk about that here today.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm Miguel, Dollar Cost Crypto. I've been in crypto since 2016. Started the crypto mindset courses with Charlie here in 2020. And basically, we've had the biggest crypto course in the world. We've educated over 14,000 people through our products and services.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. And I'm proud to say, you know, this ain't no, like, I mean, just like being some real shit, dude. Like we've helped out a lot of people in the red pill space, a lot. And
me and Myron as well.
Yeah. I mean, I really do this. There's a reason that we're, whether it's through our influence or other people we've taught influence, everyone's kind of knows a little bit about crypto now in the red pill, or they're using it and stuff like that. So this is like really important.
You sound good. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
Fine.
So guys, this will be more like a live Q&A as well. But just before we begin the Q&A, I put a link that's pinned to the top for donations on Cash App. So send in a super chat there with a question for Miguel or Charlie. We'll take some from here as well in the free chat, but for now, we'll focus on super chats. But Charlie and Miguel, let me answer this. Naysayers say, because I answered this on the podcast, but I'll go a bit more deeper here. They say that because of government and how they're going to try to control crypto, that's going to be banned eventually. What are your thoughts on that? How we can overcome it, you would say?
It can't be banned. Not really. I mean, the only thing, it gets... They could try. I mean, if they pass laws, it would hurt the prices and stuff. But what'll end up happening is that it'll just go underground. And tell Mexican. Yeah. Sheesh. But it didn't last too long at Home Depot. Yeah.
Okay.
But no. But all jokes aside and stuff, like like they can't cancel crypto with Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are decentralized networks. We can always move money around as long as you control your own keys. And that's like the main thing is we teach people is that we don't just teach people like get on Coinbase, leave your stuff there, put it in your wallet. You can control it, control your seed phrases, and they can't do that stuff. I mean, if we actually look at the news and stuff right now, like tons of people are mad at Liberty Safe right now. They're mad because like the safe company gave passcodes to get into people's safes to the FBI.
Wow.
It's a safe company. Why do they have your codes?
The irony.
Not Seifu.
Not Seifu. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
A joke, but
yeah.
But yeah, the other thing is it's already been attempted before,
right?
In China by pretty much the most totalitarian, authoritarian government that you can understand or see, right, in the world. So the fact that in China they were like, hey, all crypto is banned. You have to get rid of your crypto companies, your miners, all this stuff, and people were still mining Bitcoin in China. Yeah. So like. You can suppress it. You can try to put roadblocks in front of it. You can try to slow it down. Governments do that very, very well, but they can't stop it. And like Miguel said, it'd go underground and there'd still be people who want freedom. It's kind of like, what's going to win at the end of the day?
Right.
An authoritarian government or freedom? Right. Oh, it might be an authoritarian government for a while.
Short term.
Right. But then eventually freedom will win.
So Miguel and Charlie, again, this is my personal stream here on Fresh Prince CEO channel. So I want to know something more personal about you guys. How much money have you made in crypto from the very beginning until now?
Damn.
Billions and billions.
Right.
No, I was checking out the comments for our last video, and some people in the comments were saying some wild numbers. Like, man, this man spends like $100 million, like $10. No, but obviously,
You'd be owning sports teams at that level.
oh no, we definitely you know it, man. The FTX arena would have been called the Crypto Mindset Arena. Yeah, but
So don't dodge, bro. How much you made, nigga? Tell us, bro.
I made 7 figures this last bull market. So I made some good money. I'm not gonna say the exact number, but made some good money.
The IRS is in the chat, right?
You are, yeah.
No, I lost everything.
Hey,
no,
we paid
everything
taxes. We paid taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about you, Miguel?
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie.
Charlie, yeah, 7 figures as well. I would,
Yeah.
I'll say mid 7 figures.
So, okay, let's say this. A typical person joining the crypto course, right? How much can they expect to make? Well, putting in $1,000 or a little bit more than that in the course, you would say.
Yeah, like there's a lot of different outcomes based on like
What you bet?
what you're betting on, how aggressive you are, different things like that, right? But I would say on average, right? If it depends on when you get into crypto. If you get into crypto, let's say in 2019, right? You had 2 full years until the top in 2021.
Right.
You basically, most people who were in the market at that time would average anywhere between a 20 to 40x, probably about a 30x on average, right? So every $1,000 you put in, you come out with $30,000. Not a bad gig for 2 years, right?
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. If you came in 2020, you still had good opportunity to do so, but you couldn't just throw money at any project and it would have success, right? You had to kind of be a little bit more choosy with projects in 2020. And then we have these kind of seasons in crypto, right? And so if you got in then, you might average something maybe more like a 15 to 30x, right? And then if you got in 2021, you might have only got a 2x, you might have got a 10x, you might have got a 15x, depending on what you bet on. But then when you're betting on things there, it becomes a lot, the risk is so much higher that you kind of flip a coin. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. So the earlier you get in on the 4-year cycle, the easier it is, which is why we're focusing on the year of accumulation in 2023, because that's the corollary to 2019. The next time we'll be in this position in crypto is 2027, but it's always around this time, like in September of 2019, the ICE, which is the International Continental Exchange or something like that.
Yeah.
They basically own the NASDAQ. They started getting into crypto a little bit at that time. And right around that time was just a very good time to get in the market. That's where we helped Myron get into Bitcoin and Ethereum for the first time.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, you can just buy a lot of different things because we have the halving coming soon in March of next year. So about 6 months before that, everybody in crypto who's professional, they're accumulating like crazy because after the halving, right, prices go up because supply is limited.
Got it. Okay, so Marco asked a question. He donated on Cash App. Shout out to him. Thoughts on trading crypto full time?
We're doing it.
Yeah,
I'm doing it. I survived in 2019. I quit my corporate job. Sorry, but I quit my corporate job in 2018 September. Right, I think it was September 18th. Somewhere around there. And about 2 years later, right, that's where we launched the Crypto Mindset course, the very first one.
Yeah.
On that exact same day. It was kind of like a mind blower for me. Like I was like, holy shit! Like I did it. Right?
Were you nervous?
Yeah, we were very nervous. We were like, the first course we didn't advertise at all. Right. We just advertised it to a few people on our channel. We're like, hey, let's see if we can do this. Right. We made people a good chunk of money. We're like, okay, good. Turn on the jets. Right. But when I quit corporate, those 2 years between basically September of 2018 to September of 2019, right, I had to pay Japanese taxes based on my corporate salary.
Wow.
Right. And at the time I was married, right? And so I had to basically, provide and everything like that. And I maintained the same lifestyle in Tokyo, which is a country I'm not native to, right? Basically, I maintained that lifestyle for a good period of time. for those 2 years, right? Which is absolutely fantastic. But the one downfall of, basically that, right, just trading crypto full time, is that you could have had more in the
Yeah, you
bull
could have
market,
more.
right? And so, like, for example, in 2018, I traded 10 Ethereum and turned it into 100.
Damn.
Great. But then I used some of that, right?
Right.
And it's like, man, you put in so much work, and it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So, like, there's a book called Reminiscences of a Stock Operator by Jesse Livermore. He always says, don't treat the market like a full-time job, because the market will never give you consistent income like a job will, right? So basically have your different streams of income, but for trading, right, keep that as like your side hustle, right? So the only reason why I made it my main hustle is because I started my YouTube channel, right? And I knew if I didn't start it in the first year of a 4-year cycle, then I would be behind. So I wanted to be in front of the trend.
Wow, makes sense. And guys, the course is down below in the description box, and it's here as well. Ryder just posted it, so hop into that as well. So I guess we'll do more questions here.
Well, Miguel as well, right? Like he got himself.
Tell my life story. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Tell my life story. Come on.
Well, I mean, I'm leading it into you.
They want to hear it. They want to hear it.
So there I met Fresh in Barbados, and that. No,
Funny, bro.
So yeah. I mean,
Shout out to the chat, man.
Yeah, shout out to the chat and stuff. But no, I started off crypto just kind of dollar cost averaging. I stopped investing in stocks and went all into crypto. And then over time, I took a lot of I kind of left a good portion of my stock portfolio there. And over time, I just kept like taking cash out of it. And then eventually I emptied it all out, but pretty much in mid 2018. And from there, I started trading around in order to kind of get back to like my all-time highs in 2017. Because like we had $20,000 Bitcoin, $1,400 Ethereum, $420. Oh, nice. Sheesh.
Yo, shout out to Marco. He just sent me $1 worth of Bitcoin.
Nice.
Thanks, bro.
Fresh as his gardener.
Well, here's what's awesome about that, right?
Yeah.
He just sent you $1 worth of Bitcoin. There's a lot of people, a lot of haters out there, like, you can't even send Bitcoin. The fees are so crazy, and you can't do this type of stuff. Like, we did it right here.
Is it right there?
Wow. All right, guys, I got $1 worth of Bitcoin. Shout out to Marco, man.
Hey, stack those sats, baby.
Cool. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, that's fucking tight, dude. I mean, hell yeah, man. Stacking sats, man. But this is kind of the beautiful thing. I love some of this fucking hate right now that's going on because the prices are down. You want to know something? If the prices were at if we were at $100,000 Bitcoin right now, the amount of dick sucking that would be going on right now, it'd be insane. Like, I mean, but that's just what happens. But that's when everyone wants to buy. Everybody wants to buy when every fucking barista, every fucking taxi guy, every Uber guy, every fucking stripper, every fucking hoochie in the club and shit
knows about
is talking about crypto or is doing some NFT stuff. When the NFT boys are in the nightclubs going bananas and stuff, that's when everyone wants to buy.
That's a red flag,
right there. That's when everyone wants to buy.
Well, and everybody at that time, right? There's everybody and anybody here on YouTube telling you to get into crypto, all this stuff, right? At the worst possible time.
Right.
We're here telling you guys to get into crypto literally at the best possible time. Right. And people are fucking butthurt about it. I think
Hold on.
Absolutely hilarious.
Let's address this nigga.
Yeah,
Swish
exactly,
on.
right?
Listen, bruh, if they were scamming, right, they would have lawsuits probably. People come back saying the course was trash.
Yep.
Everyone that I know that did the course either made money, is making money right now, or on the way to make some money. Yeah. And always good reviews. I mean, unless you did the course yourself, bro, you shouldn't be talking about this at all.
We literally have 2 guys that I know personally that I've met that basically used our course in crypto to basically get back on track with their lives. I won't name their names or anything, but 2 stories, right? One story is this guy in like Midwest America. He was in prison for maybe about, I think, like 3 to 4 years on a DUI and different things. And basically, he had to go live with his parents when he's back, and he's like, a little bit of an older guy, he's not like a spring chicken, right? When you get out of prison, people don't want to hire you, all that stuff. So he's taking the course, with the little savings that he did have. And he's like, how can I turn this into something useful for me so that I can start a life? And basically his first goal was to move out of his parents' house and build a trailer on their land so that he can help them farm, but at the same time he can bring hoes back. Oklahoma hose or Kansas hose or whatever.
I like it.
And he did that through taking 1 or 2 courses, he was able to do that. He built himself like his own little place or whatever. And then he's been the one he's like, I've been waiting. A couple of days ago, he was just like, I've been waiting for this course. Like, this is the best time to get in the year, all that stuff. Right. So good stuff there. And then there's this other guy. He's a younger guy. He went to prison as well for about 2 or 3 years in his late teens. He's in his early 20s now. And he literally came to our meetup where we had 100 people come in, visit Las Vegas. We had a good ass party for 4 days straight. It was awesome.
I heard.
Yeah, it was good times. And this kid, he was like, you guys literally changed my life. I had gotten off track, got screwed and got thrown into, he was 17 when he went into men's prison, right? Like, not good shit. And then when he got out, he was like, what am I going to do? And he found what we're doing. He jumped into our course. He's like, you guys have helped me to get back on track. And now I'm right on the path that I need to be. Give him 2 years, bro. He's going to be like 10 times further ahead in his savings than everybody else around him at the same age. So he goes from being behind the curve of society to now being on the edge, the front edge of society. So, anybody who talks shit like that is just full of it and doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Facts. Dre Simpson, I did the course and he's doing good. So there you go.
Yeah, we support Money Clips. Don't worry, man. I always be posting that on my story.
Just so you guys know, people take their course and make their own course from it. So basically, they're taking their information, right? And it's so good that they need to make it their own course out of it. So it's that good. It's crazy to me. But
yeah, we teach people how to fish.
And here's another thing, right? Yeah. We have this crypto company that's related to Ethereum that we're working with. Basically, it's a mutual partnership. And that company, right? The reason why they're working with us, they vetted us beforehand by taking our course multiple times. They actually have hedge funds that they work with who have taken our course just to basically see what extra research we might have.
Wow.
And they like it. So they keep taking our course. And that's why that crypto company wanted to start working with us.
That's crazy.
Good shit.
Okay. So we got any more here from the Cash App. Okay. Rod Eric sent Bitcoin as well.
$1?
$5.
$5. Nice.
Shout out to you, Rod Eric, for sending me some Bitcoin, man. Because I had very low Cash App.
Yeah, because the cool thing about Cash App is you can cash that Bitcoin out like immediately if you wanted. Then go turn that into cash that you can use and go to Starbucks, get coffee, man.
Wow.
There you go.
Accessible. Yeah, guys. Let's see here. Any more?
I gotta ask, what's up with the whole El Fresh El Sneeko sort of stuff? Is it from the boxing fight?
Oh yeah. So basically, he challenged me to a boxing match, and of course, in Fresh's own fashion, he got to respond a certain way. Which is me. But I just felt like in a boxing match, I'll beat Sneeko, and he feels he can beat me, so it'll be a good match.
Right.
However, I'm still focused on my fitness goals right now. I'm almost complete. Once I finish, I'm gonna get into boxing training, and then I'll be down to like boxing whenever.
Okay.
But I'm on a mission, man. I'm on a mission. Nice. Pure Acts. Yo, Fresh, I'm working on a startup for course owners right now. I need some course owners to test out the beta version of it. Can you ask them if they'd be interested in trying it out?
Sure. Email us.
I mean, shoot.
Yeah, if you send us an email, our email is support@cultivatecrypto.com. Send it there, say Fresh Prince CEO and whatever the pitch is, and we'll at least look at it.
Okay. All right. And then can you tell them guys real quick, what is the major thing you see coming that's going to change the game of crypto? Right? Or anything coming on the pipeline?
Yeah, I think we each have something different on that one.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I guess I'll go with one everyone will probably understand would be like Twitter. Twitter's now X, and now it
marks the spot.
Right. X marks the spot, right? But one thing that Elon Musk is doing, he's making it into WeChat. So right now what's going on is the central bank digital currency is coming out. So what Elon Musk is doing, he's trying to get ahead of the curve, and he's trying to make it like just like China has WeChat. He's trying to make an app where you do everything, like banking, you buy stuff through it. He basically wants to create his own little like funnel for people to use, and that's kind of what is ended up going on, right? Like even right now, he's paying influencers right now. If you get over like 5,000 impressions right now, you could start earning cash from Twitter. They'll start sending you checks.
Damn.
Depending on like how much impressions you end up making. X marks the grave or the mark of the beast, right? But but most people like they're gonna enable tipping with Bitcoin, a tipping with Dogecoin, and they're gonna allow you to like do more and more financial services. They're gonna eventually come out probably with like credit and all that stuff and debit cards and everything like that. And they're going to allow you to invest through the app as well. And that's the crazy stuff is that they're going to make it like this whole gigantic ecosystem app where you can mess around with it and everything. And I think that's the one that's going to hit people the first thing. But it's really going to be those stimmy checks when the economy crashes at some point, whether it's like 2-3 years from now, when those stimmy checks come out and they're going to be all on a digital app. They ain't going to be paper. It's going to be like, all the single mamas are going to be like on their phones and stuff.
You made a joke about market of beasts. Do you think crypto can help prevent the market of beasts? I want to say prevent. I mean, like, let's say it's an alternative source to like, have money, currency. Let's say the market of beasts is going to have people under control where do what they say, or you cut off from money supply. Will crypto actually help people still trade, you think, in those times?
Yeah, it's an alternative currency. So as long as we have access to the internet, like if an EMP happened and we don't have access to the internet, probably bigger problems than that. But yeah, for sure. Like if people want an alternative currency that's not government backed, they were like, hey, let's rage against the machine because they're really fucking us right now. Yeah, crypto would be an option. It would be a war, right? It would be a currency war.
Because I can imagine, for example, the dark web is seen as illegal activity between people trading currency. Wouldn't in those times crypto be considered legal currency? Basically, like, I don't know. I'm
just look at China, right? So China already has some of those situations, right? And people used Bitcoin without the government's approval. Actually, like on WeChat, right? They can, they can see what you write in the chat. So if you say like, I don't like the CCP or basically the police in my town are shit, they will literally arrest you, chain you into a chair and interrogate you and say, why did you say some bad shit about the government?
Wow.
There's videos of that on the internet, bro. Like China is pretty fucking crazy. And like, so in that country, like how can you work with crypto, right? People basically with emojis, like an NFT actually, basically encoded the private keys of Bitcoin into those emojis, send them through the chat. As long as the person on the other end knows that they're supposed to be receiving coins, they can basically decrypt that and receive them through the internet, but without the CCP knowing or the police knowing at all. So that already has happened before. So it is possible. And the other thing I would say is if you want to go and watch something really interesting, there's a guy in the mid 90s named Milton Friedman.
Oh, yeah.
And he basically said there will be alternative currencies and they will be digital. This is the only way to take the control of money back for the people.
Yeah.
Right. From the government, because you're not going to be able to fight the government with weapons. Their technology is going to be too good. So it has to be a peaceful resistance through technology if we as people are to have any sense of control of money whatsoever in the digital age. And that's what we're exactly seeing right now.
Do you foresee cash going pretty soon?
Not pretty soon, but I mean, I'd be shocked if we still had it in the 2040s. Like they're going to start kind of testing it out to phase it out sometime in like early 2030, 2033, somewhere in around the same time that Social Security goes belly up. We got 4 more years of baby boomers retiring. So every day, 10,000 baby boomers retire every single day. Damn. We have 4 more years of them. That means when the last baby boomer retires or can retire at 62 and a half years old, when they can receive, Social Security, 3 years later, Social Security goes bankrupt. And if they decide to keep it open, then what ends up happening is they're going to have to take a 25% pay cut on what they get paid out, and then that ends up being something that later on that it could go belly up again. So it's just problem after problem after problem because they borrowed money from that thing. It's insane, dudes. I mean, like
the more you know.
The more you know. I mean, we know we're not going to get Social Security. Like, let's be free.
Yeah, I'm not even banking on getting one. On yeah,
I said, you know what? I'm going to be my own security.
Yep.
And be social at the same time. All right. Question, guys. So, guys here want to get into crypto. They are motivated. They are ready to go. They see the benefit of being in crypto. What coins should they buy? Stable coins and then altcoins, you would say. Of course.
There's a few that we talk about that are no-brainers for sure.
Yeah. I mean, basically, let's see. So if you're brand new right now, I mean, obviously, half your portfolio should be Ethereum, right? It's a mixture between Bitcoin, Ethereum. Some people like all Bitcoin. Some guys like to go 25-25, but
some guys like all Ethereum.
All Ethereum and stuff. But a combination of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you're in the money there. Then after that, right, once you've learned from the Crypto Mindset course and you kind of know what's kind of going on in the space, from there you can essentially make these, like, I don't like to call them bets, but like it's just kind of like you make these kind of like bets essentially. Investments. Yeah. You're betting on the future on these things, right? And you're making an investment, and you're investing in these coins right now, whether they're cheap. And you get into somewhere between 2 to 3, maybe 4 coins at maximum. And those are kind of like your bedrock. From there, you just kind of save up capital. And then when you see another opportunity, you kind of DCA in or take some profits on Ethereum or these and kind of roll your profits. And this is how this is how you end up like really making these multiples on your portfolio and gain not just in dollars, but in coins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's say like what's the new like meme coin? Like there was Dogecoin and making fun of Hero being the Dogecoin dog. He's right here. What's the new coin for like memes that would possibly go like up in profit?
Yeah, there is one that's gone up and down already.
Yeah, well,
this year,
yeah.
Right. So we had a new meme coin called Pepe, right? The Pepe the green frog.
Yeah.
So that one became popular in May of this
And
year.
you guys told us about it way before.
Yeah, we told you guys about it as soon as it came out. Yep. And that one, it did pretty well. I forgot how many X's it did.
It did a ton of X's. A lot of X's.
But then recently, like some of the basically founders of it are some of the biggest whales, the people who were in control of a lot of coins. They changed essentially the way you can access those coins. You didn't need as many security measures to access them. So there was a lot of whales in the ecosystem that basically lost faith in the coin and sold.
Yeah.
Right. So right now it's on the down. Right. And then over time, maybe over the next year, there might be a time where it looks like there's some accumulation happening. We'll watch out for that. If it happens and it comes back, then we'll bet on it again. But for right now, we kind of consider it to be dead for the time being, right? Because meme coins, like Doge, for example, right? Doge got a beautiful dog here, by the way.
Doge Hero.
Yeah. So, stuff like Doge, for example, will drop a lot in price, go sideways for a very long time at a low price. And then when an altcoin season comes back again, it will increase quite a bit.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And so during these times where like you're betting on meme coins like that, that's more of a gamble, right? But when you're buying, let's say, for example, Ethereum, right? What's the easiest strategy to buy Ethereum long-term? The easiest strategy to buy Ethereum long-term essentially is keep buying as much Ethereum as you can under $2,000.
Right.
Okay.
Right? Because we know two things about Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. We know Bitcoin's low for this 4-year cycle is $15,500. And we know the peak where people are going to sell before it rockets off is about $32,000.
Right.
So between 15,500 and 32,000, you pretty much buy as much Bitcoin as you want in that range, right? If you buy it at $30,000 and it goes down to 25,000, did you lose money? No, because the plan is, right, to wait 2 years or a year and a half from now to take profit. So if Bitcoin goes back to its all-time high, which it will, then you're in money at that point. So for Ethereum, if you're buying between basically the low was $800, right? And then the peak here in this year was 2,000. Basically, you can buy as much Ethereum in that range as you want. Don't even think about the price. Just every time it dips, buy some, and then just wait, a year and a half, 2 years from now, boom, you've made a lot of money. The price we see Bitcoin going to will be above 100K. The worst I see it doing is about 81,000 or $80,000. The better end is about 160. So for Ethereum, what would you say is kind of like a similar range?
So Ethereum's kind of like a crazy one. So obviously we recommended like half your portfolio just as a rule. And if you really
don't buy it all at once.
Yeah, don't. That's another
dollar cost
average, right? What ends up happening is everyone's like, let me take my 401k. Let me not tell now. Your wife should. I mean, you should control your finances, the household finances. But this is kind of fucked up. Like you guys, you and a significant other have been saving up for a while, and then you ape all the savings
at one time into one coin. Like not a good idea.
Not a great idea. Yeah, you want to slowly kind of DCA dollar cost average into the project, and also to hopefully if it comes down, you can then buy a little bit more and then get a really good price, and then go for dollar cost average in and go for the ride, right? But but first you have to know what you're buying, right? So with Ethereum, they've done the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. We've been upgraded like EIP 1559. So there's a buy and burn. And if I'm speaking Chinese, crypto mindset. But basically what's happening is it's become more scarce, and its inflation is going to the people who actually believe in it, which are the people who actually buy the coins.
Right.
So that's what's going on right there. Is that now where normally I think Ethereum last cycle hit $5,100, $4,800, just depending on the exchanges. This time around, we're looking at the very least somewhere between $8,000 to $10,000.
Oh wow,
minimum.
Yeah.
That's on Ethereum.
That's like if Bitcoin goes between 80 to 100, Ethereum should be 8,000 to 10,000, roughly speaking.
Right.
okay. Sorry, go ahead.
And then the upper end.
And now if we just have a normal cycle, like we actually, we got a nice little run. We're talking about $12,000 to $14,000 on Ethereum. But if we get a really nice run, I mean, we're talking about like $25,000 to $27,000 on Ethereum. It can go
That would
really
be crazy.
but it's possible. But it takes Bitcoin going really high in price.
Right.
But you can get a little bit of higher multiples on Ethereum. That's why and then Ethereum's a little bit more useful on chain stuff.
Right.
But still, Bitcoin is like the savings coin. It's
Bitcoin's the gold.
Yeah.
Ethereum's like your Apple App Store.
Yeah.
Okay, so VNT, thanks for that explanation. VNT says, for what apps do the Japanese use to get into crypto?
There's a really good one called BitFlyer. It was made by some ex-Goldman Sachs people, as well as a couple banks in Japan helped fund it. So yeah, I would recommend BitFlyer. That's probably the best one.
BitFlyer? Okay.
Yeah, there's a few others that I've heard of, but they kind of try to get you to trade a little too much. So I've seen some people use those, and I don't really like those. So yeah, BitFlyer is pretty much the best.
Okay. And then for the US, what apps should they use?
Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini. These are the three main exchanges you want to use here in the States. But in terms of let me sort of think.
Kraken's my favorite.
Yeah, Kraken's a really good one. Coinbase is like the gold standard. I mean, it's on the stock.
I use Coinbase.
Yeah, Coinbase is
like
gold
that.
standard. It is always good to have multiple exchanges because sometimes they don't let you put money in, or like they lower rates down, or they like close it for the day for some reason. So it's just a way for you to be always to buy and sell and stuff. So just have multiple exchanges, and this is how you get cash back into your bank once you take profit.
Yeah, they're convenient, right? These
Yeah.
are the three biggest that are FDIC insured for the most part.
Yeah.
And basically, the Goliaths, right? So you use them to get in and out of crypto. You don't keep your money there because it's like an IOU. They hold your money. So instead, right, we recommend DeFi, which is like MetaMask or Exodus wallet, stuff that you can hold.
Cold storage, that's
Cold
yours.
storage, Trezors, exactly. So you can hold your own coins. You don't have to trust the exchange. You just use the exchange for a quick transaction to get in and out.
Almost like the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Any more questions here? Oh, remember before you guys mentioned Robinhood wasn't that good? What changed Robinhood to make it better, you would say, as a platform?
They allow withdrawing of coins.
Got it.
That's really the main thing, but it's still a bit of a pain in the ass to do it.
Yeah.
But students of ours have told us they've used Robinhood and they've been able to withdraw their coins off of it.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a process, and they don't make it easy. You got to find it on the app, but you'll be able to do it. So that's good. So, but the whole thing is to have options. I got Cash App, I got Robinhood, I've got Coinbase, I got Gemini, I got Kraken. Now I'm out here with 5 ways to put money in and out.
Yep.
Right.
And if one or two of them goes down, then you can still do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the power of that.
Jay the Car Guy says, this is for buying more crypto fresh. People join the CEO network. Shout out to Jay the Car Guy, Don DeMarco. And guys, we're going to be in Colombia for our next CEO network mastermind. It's going to be insane in November. So don't get to tap into there, join the network. But okay, so guys, crypto as well. I think is a great tool, a great avenue to have money and also grow as well. But let me ask you this. How would you diversify, I guess, in coins? You get 4 coins, 3 coins, 5 coins. How would you break that down to make it more feasible for the average person?
Yeah, usually what we say, like Miguel said before, right? We take Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's your main, because that's like if you're in a sailboat and you take out the rudder, eventually the sailboat is just going to flop over, right?
Yeah.
So you keep the rudder in so that you can keep your ship straight. Easy, right? Most people, it sounds easy. And then as the bull market goes, people are like, I want to get rid of this Bitcoin Ethereum.
It's the emotion behind it.
Yeah.
I've heard from traders, people's biggest issue is not the trades, it's the emotion behind the trades.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what we tell people is throughout the bull market, whenever you're buying or selling, whenever you're taking an action, just write down what action you're taking, the reasoning behind that action, just one sentence a piece, your emotion as you're taking that action, and then come back maybe 3 months later and say what the result was.
Wow.
Right. And if you do that often enough, you start seeing a pattern within yourself, which is, oh shit, I always buy crypto after it's pumped and about, like a couple weeks before it rolls over. Right. So the next time I get that feeling, right, I'm going to wait maybe about 3 weeks or something, see if it rolls over. And then when it does, right, I'm going to wait to that point to where I usually don't buy because I'm afraid the market's too low. And every time that happens and I don't buy, but I know I should, the market goes up. So you have to kind of like find these ways to short circuit your own emotions so that you can go with your logic, because your logic will tell you the correct answer most of the time, but your emotion will try to override you.
Right.
And to answer your point, Charlie and Miguel always say, put the money you're willing to lose into crypto.
Yeah.
If they were scammers, they'll say, put everything in there, guys. Go gun ho, because that would make sense. But they're not. They're telling you to make sure you put what you can afford to lose just in case things will go wrong.
Yeah. And what, for an example, right? So the first time I got in crypto, I put $1,000 into Ethereum at $90. I thought it was the top. I'm like, I'm going to lose all this money, but I don't care. Boom, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Because I heard some people tell me that I respected, tell me it was a good thing. And I asked them,
$90, bro. Damn.
right. And then 2 months later, I just ignored it. I didn't pay attention. 2 months later, it was $400 per coin. I was like, holy shit. And so then I got a bonus later that year. I basically took all the cash there. I'm like, this is like, an annual salary for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
just tossing it in, man.
like, because with Bitflyer, right? Like you have to go to like, there's different ways to get it in, but you go to the convenience store, literally just, here's the cash, bros, and like,
Really?
I had to do like 10 different transactions, force dollar cost average in to like, you take like basically like a couple months worth of, the convenience store guy's salary, plop it down on him, like get me some Bitcoin. But like, yeah, that was it.
The IRS.
The IRS, he's like, keep track of your shit so you can, definitely tell them what's up, right? We do pay our taxes. But anyways, the last thing towards your other question though, which was, like what other coins can you get into? So let's say you have just Ethereum for 50% of your portfolio, right? Then the next 50% of your portfolio, I'd say, depending on how much dollars it is, right? If it's like around 5 figures, then maybe 3 coins. If it's under $1,000, right? Maybe just 1 or 2 other coins.
Yeah.
If it's above $100,000, then you could start to get layered with it a little bit more. So we talk about that in more detail in the course. But just generally speaking, you have to kind of look at how much you have versus how much impact it'll have. And the earlier you are, the less coins you want to be in so that you can focus and really understand what you're investing in.
Well said. It's funny. Someone said they call them scammers, but then fall for celebrity coins like Logan Paul's. Hilarious, but hilarious.
The real people out here telling you the real information, because we only get paid, right, if we do good work.
Yeah.
Do you think 14,000 people, right, will continue to take our services if we do bad work?
No,
absolutely not.
Definitely not.
We do not take any money from exchanges or other crypto businesses, whereas most other crypto people on YouTube do. Look at how many people were shilling FTX back in the day just because they get an extra buck from it. We get emails all the fucking time from exchanges saying, hey, for 2 weeks of promoting, you can put a referral link out there. You get money when people come to our exchange and use it. And we're going to give you $30,000 in cash in a stable coin right now.
Wow.
For 2 weeks of not even real work. But you have to throw your audience basically under the bus for that exchange. No way in hell we're doing that. We haven't ever done anything like that. And so, yeah, and then you see guys like Logan Paul out here just basically, doing their shit.
Man, that's tough. Shout out to Logan Paul. His well, I'm gonna say that. Anyhow, okay, let's see what else is here for questions. Guys, don't forget, at the top of this top of the chat, there's a link to the Cash App. Send questions in there. So actually I had a question as well.
Yeah.
So let's say like I happen to get a loan to put into crypto. Right?
This is always the dangerous question.
I made a mistake, man. They told me crypto's the way.
Did you take it from the mafia as a question, or was it from a
I
bank?
took it from them.
That's a real story, by the way. I'll say it later.
I took it from whoever was willing to give it.
Gotcha.
Pause. And basically, I am now in a situation where I took out a loan and I put it into crypto.
Yeah.
What should I do?
All right. Was this from the mafia or was this from like the
This is money I got
cartel?
either the bank, Amscot, wherever I got the money from. Basically, I have the money. I want to put it into crypto. What should I do?
Basically, you want to dollar cost average it into the market in the next 2 months, 3 months. So I would mostly just be buying Ethereum. I'd really just be focusing on Ethereum first because when Ethereum, when it finally, like right now it's at $1,600, if it goes to $1,500 or $1,400, you then really go heavy. You really buy that up, and then you're in position. Then from there, you can take a portion of your Ethereum and start buying into these other ecosystem tokens. I mean, believe it or not, I hate to say this shit, Solana is probably coming back. I can't believe I'm saying that, but like Solana's coming back.
You were saying that of all people?
I know, dude. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I mean, me and Charlie, not sold the top, but we made some good profit on Solana.
Yeah, I bought it at $20, sold at 180. I think the peak was like 240 or something like that.
Right. We did pretty good with that one. Luna, the thing is like some of the highest return coins, they're one cycle and done.
Yep.
That means that cycle they go this and then it's over.
It's over.
So that's why we've recommended some coins in the past and we've made a lot of money on them. But the thing is, then you get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that you can't get married. You can't marry these hoes. You gotta spin plates, man. You gotta have multiple people. People try to they want to be all in on one coin. The only coins you can do that with is Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Ethereum.
That's it. Those two only. That's it. Not even USDC. No. Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Yep.
From there, then you can start making some plays. Like you start taking that capital. You start buying a little bit of Solana. Believe it or not, a little bit of Cardano. You start OP, maybe a little Arbitrum. And then you start, and then from there, the rest of it, you'll have like 20% left. And then you use that to get into like specialty, like brand new coins. Because like right now, from now until like I would say until April, we're mostly playing with the coins that existed from 2 years ago. We're playing with what exists right now. When the market finally heats up and we actually get Bitcoin going above $50,000, maybe $70,000, new coins start coming. And that's where you can throw the fast money into the stuff like that. That's
with a much lower amount and already when you're in profit. So like that's the offense, but you got to play defense at the same time too, right? So the defensive side is when it does get to all-time highs, right? Your Ethereum and your Bitcoin are up, let's say on a 3x, right? Going from $25,000 to $75,000 Bitcoin, going from $1,500 Ethereum to back to new all-time highs, $5,000, $6,000 Ethereum, right? The thing you should do when you have the loan at the beginning is like, okay, do some math. So the interest on the loan, how much is it per year? Or per month, if you break it down to that level, because over the next 2 years, right, you're going to have to be able to not pay back the loan fully for the next 2 years. So make sure that you have enough cash on the side to pay back the interest so that you can take those bets, right? That's the first defensive strategy, right? The next defensive strategy after basically making sure that you can keep the loan solvent is to make sure that you don't go too crazy on having too many altcoins. Even after you get up to those levels where you have that opportunity, you want to make sure you do what? You de-risk. So you take your original amount. So let's say you did a 3x up to there, and then now you're looking to get into some altcoins, right? So you can take a third, right, of all of that money, and you've 3x'd it. So that's your original bag. So now you have zero risk, right? Because all the money is pure profit. And then, right, you take small percentages of that money, like he was saying, and then you can bet on some, higher flyer coins. If they don't work out, that money goes to zero. It was pure profit that you lost. Opportunity cost sucks, but at least you didn't lose your base money, right? And then, like as those other coins do well as well, you're aggressively taking profits. And you also know that the 4-year cycle has a timeline or a time limit. So the closer you get to a year and a half or 2 years from now, right, the more aggressive you have to be taking profits. And if let's say your goal was to hit $1 million and you're only hitting 820,000, but like there's literally like 3 or 6 months left on an average 4-year cycle, just take the fucking money, bro. Take, 600,000, leave 200,000 in case it goes crazy. But people do so much math in their head about like, well, they just hold a little bit longer. Right.
So you get caught up.
Yeah. It's unit bias. Everyone wants to get to that million, but sometimes like you only put enough in, and you only did certain moves that you get close, but you don't hit it, and they're just waiting, and then Then it's over.
Okay. So let's say this. What have you bought with your crypto earnings for yourself or your family thus far?
All right. I mean, recently I have bought. Okay, so I invested into a coin called Spooky Swap.
Spooky swap.
Spooky Swap. Spook Swap.
Ooh.
Spooky Swap. The shout out to the Boo and token, right? I yield farmed with it. We did really well. Basically, used that to yield farm on a bunch of other protocols and stuff, on Liquid Driver, on what's it called, Beats, and mostly those 3 platforms. And I was able to generate a lot of more tokens, and then eventually these tokens really ramped up, right, to the point where like I took profits on that, and like I believe it or not, I bought my first car recently. I bought what was a Hellcat? Yeah,
Finally,
my first car ever. Because beforehand, every vehicle I owned was only for my business.
right.
I never bought myself a single car ever. It was all work trucks and stuff. Because before crypto, I was in I had landscaping irrigation business.
I've been on his ass to get a car.
I know.
I got a Hellcat, which is not my.
Yeah. Well, Jay Waller says, I've got every black man's dream car.
So I will say this, man. You got a car at least, but not my favorite. There you go.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
That's what Sninkle drives. That's an L.
Nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I would say the most impactful thing that I've been able to do.
You got it?
I love you so throwing the fucking jab right now.
Right. But the most impactful thing that I've been able to do is basically, lifestyle shit.
Yeah.
One of my biggest goals, right, since getting into crypto is to do what I want, when I want, and with whom I want.
Right.
And I want my family to be able to do the same, right? So basically with what I've been able to do in crypto, been able to travel the world, been able to go wherever I want, been able to work with you fellas who I want to work with, right? Don't have to work with people in the office who you don't like or whatever, and all that stuff. So really that personal freedom, right, has been the biggest thing that it bought me, because with the money we have right now,
Yeah.
You could retire.
we could retire.
Yeah.
Is it smart? I don't think
No.
so. I think it's better to, since we really know this shit, to keep aiming higher, right?
Yeah.
Because inflation's so crazy that, we want to keep basically
Right.
being able to do this forever. And then when it comes to family, we talk about generational wealth all the time, because there's this thing called the Citadel that we talk about, where you build a base layer in your first bull market. Second bull market, you start getting rich and getting a lot of knowledge. And by the time you get to your third bull market, you've been in crypto maybe about 10 years, then you have generational wealth, where basically you could live to 100 and your family could as well, and you'd be all taken care of.
Yeah.
So like I would say of that goal, we're pretty good among that step. Not, I would say maybe somewhere between 40 to 60% of the way of where we want to be.
Yeah.
But that took us, from Miguel from 2016, from me from 2017, to build up to the point to where we're starting to realize that reality in a very tangible way. And there's a really good book called what was it called? Is it not Millionaire Mindset? What was
No,
it?
oh no, it was
Fastlane?
Money Fastlane. Or no.
No, it's not that one. Not Millionaire Fastlane. It was The Millionaire Next Door.
Okay.
Right.
Everybody who, like, if you're like, oh, I have trouble with balancing my money and different stuff like that, listen on Audible. Listen to The Millionaire Next Door. It was, I think, written in like the mid 90s.
Yep.
So you're going to have to basically kind of think about the prices adjusted for inflation. So you're going to have to think about the numbers a little differently. You can kind of like 4x the numbers there, and you can kind of get something similar to where we're at now in society. But that really talks about is like a lot of people, tend to make money real fast and spend real fast.
Right.
You have to have a balance between the two, right? If you're a really good earner, right, can you do defense, right? Like for yourself, right? Like you're really good with, using different cars and different things to basically get noticed, but then at the same time, you do it in a smart way.
Yeah.
You don't do it in a way that's just like, YOLO, fuck this shit, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So like it's that balance of that. Whereas, there's some people who were born into money, they don't really respect money. And then, when they get it, more real quick, they just spend it right away. So
Right.
that book will help you kind of readjust your mindset. So that way you don't end up with that lotto ticket mentality.
W book. Okay. Let's see. Any more people in here? Not quite.
Diesel oil.
Oh, nice. Somebody said you can get the same book from SoundCloud for free. Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay. So you know what? Someone's saying that y'all don't get no play, bro. I've seen these guys outside, man. They began play, so don't say that.
There's not even a picture on the avatar, man. Not even a GIF or nothing.
So this is some dude right in the basement of his mom's house, just being like,
guys are nerds. You should be like me and be a Chad. Oh my god. Well, he's not a Chad, but in his head he's probably Chad.
Bench 135.
Literally. Okay. So then my last question for you guys is, what is, I want to say, 3 things people do wrong getting into crypto, and then I guess the opposite, what they can do right. 3 things they can do right in crypto to secure their assets and
Right.
maintain.
you can take which side you want to take.
I just take the negative side of what they're
Think they're
fucking
wrong?
Yeah, I'll tell you what they're doing wrong. So here's the thing: is that it's okay to start on Coinbase, or we start an exchange. It's okay to be on Cash App and everything. Like that being your first place where you start. But the problem what ends up happening is they leave it all there. That's the problem.
Convenient.
It's too convenient. So what ends up happening is that one day, like I don't think this will happen with Coinbase, but as an example, let's say Kraken goes down, or Coinbase goes down, or Gemini goes down. There's all your money.
Yeah, gone.
It's gone. Now you're hoping you get 60 cents on the dollar or 20 cents on the dollar. So imagine you built yourself up. You left them. I know guys who've left $1 million in exchanges. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you? No, I'm serious. Yeah. $1 million in exchanges. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? No, nothing's going to happen. Luckily, it didn't happen. But I know guys who we told them, don't do this. Don't fuck around with this stuff. It's gone. They lost it all. Or they're left with like 10 grand.
I'll be
like,
pissed, bro.
Dude, it sucks, dude. And then, the other thing too is like what ends up happening is something called lifestyle inflation, which is that first cycle you start really making some money, right? I mean, there's guys like they're making good money from their jobs. They're able to put in like $25,000 over the next year, maybe 40, maybe even 100,000, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how much they're making, and they start touching these $1 million. They stop doing what got them to the rodeo. They take their eye off the fucking business, and then from there they start spending money like fucking crazy. And then what ends up happening? They're working at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Or they lost.
Sounds familiar.
As we've heard.
Yeah, right.
I'm seriously, I've seen that stuff. What ends up happening is like it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. Your monthly bills go from like 4,000 to 8,000, but you got hell of money. You got hundreds of thousands. Nothing happens, right? Then it starts creeping up. Hey, I'll take a trip. What ends up happening within a year of you having money, you go from living normal. Like it's okay to boost your lifestyle a little bit. What ends up happening is like you start burning like $25K a month, and you're like, oh yeah, Miguel, that's not me. Watch when you're in that position.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll start fucking off money, like you'll start, and then some of you guys like, oh, I won't be tricking. Okay, sure, bro, sure, and then
We see y'all out there, man. We see y'all tricking out there.
Yep. But you want to go into some of the positive stuff?
Yeah, sure. So like a couple of the positive things to do, right? Like the main thing we say is when in doubt, buy ETH. Why is that? Right? It's not because we don't like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's cool too. When in doubt, you can buy Bitcoin as well.
Right.
But the reason why we say when in doubt, buy ETH is because most people are going to get more returns over this next bull market with Ethereum than they will with Bitcoin.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple. So when in doubt, buy ETH. That's one thing that I tried to describe this to some friends, and they didn't start listening to me until the all-time highs. But when Ethereum was like $500, I just told some of my friends like, hey, don't even bother like opening up a bank account for your child, like to earn money until they go to college, right? Just buy Ethereum, hold it for 20 years. Your kid's going to be like, going to college at the time, right? If you buy $500 Ethereum and hold that for 20 years or 10 years or 5 years or whatever it is, you're going to make hella money, right? Way more for your kids. So that is a couple of things you need to do. And then the other thing I would say is study risk management. Now, that sounds like the most boring watching paint dry thing ever. And it is, right? So that's not the most fun thing, right? To make money takes work. Surprise. So if you study risk management, then essentially you'll know the pitfalls before they happen, and you'll know how to cut a bad position loose before it turns into a really bad position. So doing the things that will keep you safe and the best practices, they're never sexy. They take time, they take some studying, and they take some effort. But if you do them, then you're not going to be in those situations where somebody bought SHIB, it went up like crazy, went down like crazy, and now they're left with nothing, right? You'll always be able to basically win if you do proper risk management.
Right. Now, let me just say one more thing, just because we're on this whole like train right now of like, improving your life and everything. I'm gonna tell you this: there's no such thing as like a balanced life.
Right.
If you want to have a normal life, you can have a balanced life. But every person that I know that's made a lot of money or has done something crazy in crypto, or has gotten fucking jacked at the gym. I mean, literally, cuts for the sluts, right? Or has gotten the fucking, has got the money now, or has a big business, or is like doing a lot of shit on YouTube now. Like whatever you want to get to like top percentile, the 1% of the 1% in anything, right? Your life is not going to be normal. It's more or less you're having to choose. You have to accept your life.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's sort of the things like if I'm going to sacrifice, because like sacrifice your life is like misery. It's like I know it sounds really weird to say that, like, but I know guys are literally doing like the dream job, and they still get up in the mornings like, God damn it, I gotta get up, motherfucker. And like, and it's for everybody. Everybody does this shit. Like, you could be doing the fucking like I'm doing my dream job, and then like 5 months in, you're like, oh my God. Dude, this shit sucks. But but humans we're in love with misery.
When we get used to stuff too.
Right.
So like what is misery to you, right, in a certain position might be a dream to somebody else.
Correct.
But because, you got used to that situation, oh, fuck, I have to get up and go across the room and go, to pour my own water instead of the butler coming over and giving me my water. Like, oh man, first world problems,
But I mean, everything is work. You can't escape work.
Yeah.
So it's all about trade-offs in terms of what you want to choose for your lifestyle. That is it, right? So it's like if like there's guys like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm not. I'm cool with like no social life, but like I'm at the gym. I'm fucking eating this and this and this. And if you're happy with that, you'll succeed. But you've chosen it. There's more power in you saying no. I chose this for myself versus like, woe is, oh my God,
Life's
like I can't. Life's happening to you. You have to take control. It's sort of like Jocko Willings and stuff, where he goes like, oh, it's like ultimate like responsibility.
Yes.
You have to take responsibility and everything. But I'm telling you, like you get such power from that. I mean, I did not grow like seriously, like I didn't grow my first $1 million business by being like normal, by like working like, oh, let me just work fucking 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. No, I literally worked every fucking day from sun up to sundown. The only days I would ever have off was Christmas, and if I broke down with a fever from like being sunburned or something like that. Literally, like I work every day, and people are calling me crazy, like, yo, why are you working on Sundays? Why are you working doing this? Why are you working on a holiday? Why are you doing this and shit? Because I'm going after it.
Why are you streaming on a Saturday? The sun's going down, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
come on. Can't even see fresh no more.
Time to go out.
You can't yo, this just says fresh. I'll give you 10 bands to beat them up right now.
Well, we got some gloves.
I'll give you 20 bands to fuck this guy up.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'll give you it all in ones, bro. We're gonna
show them my guy in the chat, man.
G. Three digits, man. What's up, G?
No, Diglets. Shout out to him, man. Moon Gang in the building.
Sheesh.
I like this one here.
Which one?
That one, yeah.
Gotta have reasons on why you do what you do. Mine for the family.
And that is powerful.
That is true, man.
Huge.
Can I say for 1 second that's the thing that pushed me to actually build my business and actually get to the level I got to, was because I was trying to do it for like everyone does it. Like why do you go to the gym, or why do you try to make money? A lot of guys just because for the hose. That wasn't enough for me. It was me seeing my fucking mom and dad struggling.
Yeah,
that pushed me. That was really the thing that like I tried to do is like, oh, I want a car for this, and I want to be able to do this and this and spend whatever I want, and it never motivated me enough to do it. And then I thought about my mom and dad working until they're fucking old, and that shit got me off my ass. That scared me. Like it scared me. Like I got to make sure my mom and dad are like right. I can't have them fucking like my dad's got arthritis in his knees and stuff. I mean, he's been working out his whole life. Like I can't have him out here. That's wild. Like that's why I fucking retired my dad already.
What scared me was I got a job at AT&T taking phone calls, basically. And I saw people in there were 40 years old, 50 years old. And I'm like, hold on. You've been here how many years? 30, 20 years? Yeah, it's not for me.
Right.
And, just to be fair, they're making either less than me or a little bit more than me, if that much. And I was like, wow, like, this is what we chose for life? That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And then I saw, especially in America, it's not about like, well, I guess it's what you know, but it's more like if you're putting in the work in the right avenues, you can make it.
Yeah.
Like immigrants come here all the time.
Right.
They don't know the language. They don't know anything about the culture, but they make it. How is that? They're putting the effort in the right thing. So yeah, you're right, man.
Like,
what's your why?
Right.
Yep.
What's your why? And then networking too. And that's what you're like, CEO network. You guys should definitely sign up and stuff. But
Yeah,
like the networking. I mean, just the amount of guys. I mean, especially the younger guys and stuff. The how afraid they're fucking to do a handshake with somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, it's really nice to meet you. They won't go up to you. They'll just like stare at you.
but what I like is that you guys have your own network as well in the crypto course and Telegram. And I think it's huge because like if I want to do better at a certain career or certain like I want to say a new skill, people that are in the same mindset that want to become better to it at the same time, having that network is impeccable, honestly.
Yeah, and like to kind of describe a little bit of what's included, with the crypto
Guys,
mindset
get the course, man. The course is live right now as we speak. I'm telling you that. Listen, heart to heart, if you want to make money right now, and of course have mentors that can help you step by step, look no further, man.
Right.
Yeah, and so talking about the hive mind or group or whatever that's included with the course. So once you do jump onto the crypto mindset course here, this is the Q3 crypto mindset course. We're basically helping you guys prepare for Q4 at the end of Q3. So here in September, right? The course is available from yesterday, the 8th, until the 12th, which is Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, it goes away at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So if you don't get in by that point, you'll be gone. So jump in while there's time. But then as soon as you purchase, within 24 hours, you will receive an email from us, basically that gives you that link to that hive mind, to that Telegram group, where everybody congregates. We have two chats, one which is purely for links and information, and then one which is for everybody to talk in, share information, and have a good time. And in that area where everybody's having a good time, we have everybody. We have beginners, intermediate, and advanced people, and they're all teaching each other, helping each other, giving that information. So when you get a lot of like-minded people together, it becomes pretty powerful. I think there's a lot of people out there in their daily life when they talk crypto, they don't have a lot of people they can talk to because everybody's like, oh, you're an idiot for getting into crypto. And then 2 years later, they're like, oh, look at me now. And they're like, well, you got lucky.
Yeah, it's just
everything's luck. You know what this actually is a good example of?
What?
In the Bible, Noah and the ark.
Okay.
Noah spent years telling people, listen, man, flood is coming. It's going to rain. It's going to be judgment. God is sending judgment. They laughed at him saying, oh, no, it's not going to happen. Everything looks the exact same. Nothing to worry about here. And then, surely enough, years passed, the ark was built, and the rain came, and everyone died. Guys, you have a financial burden to bear yourself, your family. And if you don't actually do better for yourself, you're going to die financially. So make a choice today, because if you don't,
I'm telling you right now is the most expensive time to ever own a property or house ever. Yeah. Like literally, like right now, we're kind of fucked right now. if I'm being honest, like the average person, the rate. I mean, dude. I mean, if you got bad credit, you're paying like 11. We talked. I mean, if you get an investment property, and we asked Myron this yesterday. I mean, they're damn near paying 11. Yeah. By the end of the year, we'll be at 6% on the Fed fund rate. That means with bad credit, or if you're trying to get into an investment property and stuff like that, man, you're paying a guaranteed 11 to 12. On a single family home and stuff, you're paying you're paying in the 9s.
Crazy.
On the 9s, dudes. And this is with like good credit and everything like that. Like the houses have like the one bonus that we have right now is that real estate's going to come down for the next year and some change. The rates by the end of 2025 will be 3.5%. Wow. Real estate will then go back into a bull market. So like in Vegas, right? There's like two really good areas that most people kind of live in and stuff. It's like Henderson and Summerlin. These houses are usually about $800,000. What's going to happen over the next year and some change, those houses will drop down to about 680, maybe 650. And then by the end of 2030, those houses will all be like $1.2 million. $1.2 million plus. Because what will happen is everyone wants to buy a house right now, but they can't. They can't. So what's happening is the demand is still there, but they can't buy. So as soon as those interest rates come down, they're going to snatch them up. But look, so we're going to be at 6% by December of this year. By the end of 2024, we're going to be at 5%. And by the end of 2025, we'll be at 3.5%. This Jerome Powell said this himself. We're doing 100 basis points drop, then 125 to 150 basis point drop. So by 2026, real estate it's getting cheap enough now. We're like 3.5%. You're only paying 6% on the interest rate. Maybe 5% if you've got crazy credit and you're able, like first time homeowner, like it starts becoming. You see how you made that face right now? Okay, that's not that bad. I can afford that. Everyone else is thinking the same thing. What do you think is going to happen to prices? Basically, we've stopped the purchases of houses for the last since the beginning of 2022 till now. For a year and a half, we basically no one's been really buying houses. You can just check the data. No one's buying houses.
Yeah.
So, but all those people want to buy houses. So what happens? All that demand gets moved over here to 2026, 2027. Houses fucking will shoot up. So right now houses are going to go down for the next year, and that's it. That's the dip. That's some sad shit to say. So the only thing you got to do right now is either you get educated, you open your own business, you get a side hustle, you figure out how to make money and stuff, and you buy assets. Whether you're fucking buying cars to put on Turo, whether you're getting the crypto mindset course, whether you're fucking buying crypto, whether you're getting into rental real estate if you can afford it, whether you're investing into a buddy's business, into barbershops, like the amount of hustles out here is endless, but you've got to have the dedication to do it.
Yep.
But now is the time because, man, BlackRock is buying every single family house in America. It's insane, dude. The baby boomers are buying all the houses, so we are the renters, so we pay these fucking cunts forever.
Yep.
True.
And so that's awesome. Well said. Awesome. So if people want to do that with crypto and they come into the crypto mindset course, like what's all included after they get into the Telegram? Like what should they expect with the webinars, the dates, and that kind of stuff?
All right, so with the crypto, I'm sorry, man. I got so worked up.
No, it's true, man.
I got really.
Don't mark
we
up
got
for Miguel,
a
man.
problem. We got to get.
I felt the energy, man. I felt the energy, bro.
Like I'm frustrated because like I feel, dude. I was there, dude. Like, and the houses were cheaper back then too. We were at 0% for a decade.
Yep.
And most of us, I'm a millennial. You're a millennial. We're all millennials. Most of us couldn't afford a house.
Yep.
And then finally, when we start getting bread, most people are finally starting to get into their 30s or late 20s, and the houses are like this, and the rates are like this.
And like 2013, 2011, that was a great time to buy real estate. Right after the crash of 2008, 2009, things were on the come up. We knew we were going to go into a bull market, but like you said, right, we'd been maybe out of college for a few years at that point. We had boatloads of debt already from college, right? It made, now we have the next best opportunity. People who have been preparing for that, right, for the last decade, right, are in position to basically take advantage of that. But a lot of people are on their back foot, so you have to kind of be aggressive in taking solutions, like crypto, as we said, other solutions, in order to kind of counteract that. But the longer you wait, it's not going to get any better necessarily.
Now, Roberto, I'm gonna answer your question right now. So what's going on right now is this. Look, we have two products, right? We have one called the Citadel. This which one? I can't see. Yeah, that one right there. So it's like charge a reasonable price for a kid to afford and stuff. Subscriptions more better. We do have that. It's called the Citadel. It's $98 a month. We help a lot of guys start up in there. It's a great group where the people can ask questions safely, and we help guys to make sure they don't get wrecked, as well as every month they're in there, they get $50 off the course. That's what we did that for all our guys. And so we have guys that get like $600 off the course and stuff because they've been there for like the whole year and stuff.
So if you've been there the whole year, you get $600 off. It's not all of a sudden the course becomes super cheap.
Wow. I mean,
and you use profits, to basically do that.
And we have a lot of people in there. I mean, we're almost at 400 people in that group right now, but the crypto mindset course is the reason we have it at that price is because me and literally not outside of maybe we have a couple of webinars that we record that are like the really early beginner stuff. After that, everything is live. Literally, let me tell you this. We're teaching classes, 2-hour classes on a subject. As soon as that's done, we then do a 2-hour AMA. So we're doing 4 hours of recorded content, and then on top of that, sometimes we do it in unrecorded where we just ask us all the sketchy shit. And allegedly,
as Big Mo would say.
But we do it from 7 in the morning Pacific Standard Time to 11 in the morning to sometimes noon, and then from there, 6 hours later, we do it again. So we're doing literally about 8 to 10 hours of content. Live content in front of a camera. We're not running away. We're like literally teaching you it because we know what the fuck we're doing. And we've taught over 14,000 people live. That's fucking facts. That's bona fide.
Again, guys, normally people buy a course and It's just videos, and it's up to you to figure it out. They're actually going to be on live Zoom calls with you. How many you said you're going to do?
We're going to do over 22.
Bro,
22.
If this was a scam, they'd be gone. No questions asked. Nothing to even
All
talk
pre-recorded.
live. Bro, this is legit real life advice, real time. And at the same time, bro, if you still feel like it's not for you, ask questions. Because once again, you get in there, you don't understand something, they'll help you step by step.
Yep.
Join the CEO network or join the Citadel. Get started. Get the connections. You like literally. I mean, the same thing with Andrew Tate's doing. He's like if you don't make that first step,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? You're doing nothing, man. Like there's something like because I talked to Waller, like Justin Waller the other day. Yeah. He had this clip that went viral where this man who's 50 years old, he did nothing with his life. He's in debt. He lives at his parents' house still at 50, and he's like, "What do I do?" And he's like, "Bro, you wasted your whole fucking life."
Yeah.
Now I understand what he was trying to say to him. He was saying that to scare all the young people, and I'm by young, anyone under 40 to scare you, dude. Get on it. What the fuck are we doing right now? Now, he later on did say "Oh, dude, I'll help the guy out and stuff." But he's like, I did that to scare everybody because it's true. Like, what are you doing? Like, this man is spent his whole youth. It's over. He's in middle age, no retirement. He's got no retirement. He's no kids, no girlfriend. He's living at he's living at his parents' house. He's in debt. He's probably balding. He's probably fat. What the fuck did you do with your whole entire life? It's over. You're 55 years old. That should scare the shit out of you. And I know that in the comment section of that video and stuff, people were trying to defend the guy and stuff, oh, Colonel Sanders made Kentucky Fried Chicken at 6 years old. Oh, no, of course you can. But what he's trying to do is it's that whole thing when you tell chicks, right, when a chick gets super, she's fat all in her 20s and she gets super in shape in her 30s. Yeah. You think you could compete against yourself if you were super in shape when you were 21? Yeah. You can't. You would have had a much better life much sooner. Doesn't mean that you don't give up. You never give up. You always go for it. But it's the thing is why did you wait until this time to do it? The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. Yeah. Second best time right now. Yep. That's it.
Guys, that was the last words of wisdom because that was some fire. Don DeMarco. Okay. Guys, this was a great stream. I think they got a lot of value from this, especially in the network as well. You guys did a dope ass Zoom call in there. Yeah. So where can I find you guys? And when did the Zoom call start for the course? You would say?
Yep. They can just find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the different socials. For myself, it's at Cultivate Crypto. Just go cultivate the farming or whatever. So you're trying to compound your crypto. So Cultivate Crypto on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of those, and you can find us there.
All right.
Definitely. And you can find me at Dollar Cost Crypto, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And in terms of when the courses will start, as soon as the course sales end, it will start September 22nd.
Got it.
So it's September 22nd, and it will go on until October 8th and stuff. So it's about 2 to 3 weeks. It'll literally, depending, and if we see that the guys need an extra webinar or need something we'll literally extend it out. I mean, the last course we ended up doing was one of the longest ones we've ever done ever. I mean, it went on for about 2 months, damn near. It was because we had a launch of an entire ecosystem. We taught everyone about it. Everyone was in profits, but the thing is at the end of the day, we can't sell for them. Yeah. They've got to take advantage of it. But we taught them there. Then after that, we restarted the course and then went from there again. So we teach fucking soldiers, man. Our guys are wheeling and dealing, man. Only A to Z, man. I'm telling you, the minute you take the course, once you're out of it, you're the fucking expert. Everyone that tells you is bro, I'm the crypto expert of my whole family, my friend group, everyone I know, the tri-state area.
Shit. If I don't know what to do, I just call you and Charlie, bro. To be honest.
I'm telling you, man.
All right, guys. This is Team No Sleep. You see I'm dying here, man. Miguel is full of energy. I don't know where it came from. But
I was gonna say I'm a little more dark than you right now with this sunlight.
Charlie, where'd you go?
All right, guys, man. Shout out to y'all for supporting. I'll see you guys on Monday, Fresh and Fit, a special guest. And yeah, without further ado, guys, we're out. Peace.
Peace.
Gang, guys. Later.